Hi collectors, time for another mad item review. So in this video I'm going to go through a bunch of different things. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly, and if you'd like a specific video with some more detail on a particular item, maybe put it in the comments and I can do a subsequent video. So let's have a look at the first item. So most of these items collectors of MAD would already be aware of, but I just thought I'd go into it particularly for new collectors. So these are stamp sheets that came out in one or another MAD. I can't remember which one. These weren't actually included in the magazine. What they used to do at Comic Cons and other things was they give away, you know, some of these. So these are little stamps, and they've got different parody things on them. So it's got, yeah, these are all different coupons, I think. Gassy, the magazine of teen flatulence. But yeah, anyway, I'll show you a couple more of these. Popular spouse killing from the publishers of Better Hold Up and Muggings. But yeah. Next up, we have various covers of MAD, made as little stamps. So we have Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin, Patton, I assume, Mount Rushmore. Next up, we have a thing that you could sign away for. So like not a subscription premium, but something that was in MAD that you could set away for. Now there are probably millions of these around. They're everywhere. They produced a lot of them, and then you could order a lot of them in one hit. What I might do in a future video is go through a few different ones of them. Why I like this one, Forget the Stain, is that it's actually a misprint. So it looks a bit 3D. It looks like if you put 3D glasses on, that would... I'll try to focus in on that. As you can see here, it's actually got a kind of a jump there. It looks a bit weird, obviously. But yeah, anyway, so when they've printed the colours, it's been out of alignment. So yeah, anyway, that was a collectible I got a few years ago. I thought that was quite a cool one because as you probably know from my channel, I like fairly rare things or kind of just weird and wonderful things from the world of MAD. Okay, so the next item, we have some wrapping paper. So this is official wrapping paper, as in licensed wrapping paper. You can still buy it in the plastic sleeve. Let's have a look at the copyright there. So Gibson Greetings in 1994. It's got the front, sorry about the focusing, it's got the back and the front of Alfred. Now that back and front was obviously from the first real appearance of Alfred, done by Norman Mingo. But yeah, that's kind of the classic Alfred. It's the one that sold for $200,000 when they first auctioned off that art. So, okay, next up, we have some uncut sheets from a Spy vs Spy combat card game. So I don't actually own the card game that this goes with. I don't think I do anyway. Yeah, this is uncut sheets, and I think again these were given away at a Comic Con or something like that. So we have different spies on each particular card. So obviously this is just playing card size. You'd break these up. I'm not going to. You have bombs and daggers. You've got tanks there. Let's look at some other ones. Some different artwork. We have the Grey Spy. Obviously that was the one that whenever she's in, she always wins. And last but not least, that one. Okay, so next up we have an insert from MAD. This was an ornament that you'd hang up. All the different pieces would come out. In a previous video I went through how Inside MAD has a poster that was done by Sergio Aragones on the history of MAD. Well, this particular subscription premium features in that. And bonus marks if you can find it, of course. Okay, next up we have a tie that was by Alfred, and it's an official tie, licensed tie. I'm pretty sure this actually came out in Australia. If not, I may be corrected. So it was done by Ralph Marlin. This actually has the original tag on it, so it's never been worn, or they've never taken the tag off. So we have a Christmas tie, and it sold for $17 at the time. So this has got Mad 2 on it. Must have been the second edition. There's a few different ones of these. I bought this actually for the Christmas season. I never wore it, but it was produced in 1996 and is officially licensed. So it's just got Alfred as Santa and different snowflakes throughout the rest of it. Okay, next item. Last but not least, we have some different pinbacks. So I have more of these, but I thought I'd just show these in this particular video. I couldn't actually find the other ones. So first up we have a pinback that was brought out when MAD was actually licensed to be used in race cars. I believe this was from the Jeffrey Tolliver series. You'll be able to find a lot of Jeffrey Tolliver stuff on eBay or somewhere like that, including this particular pin. Quite a large pin in comparison to the others, and that's in the original packaging because I've not had a need to take it out of that. Next up, we have a little white spy. And we've got another little white spine. I'll tell you a bit of a story about that. So we've got these two here. Now you can see that one has a lower edge than the other one. One of these was produced and then sent out as a subscription premium, and the other wasn't. Now I can't for the life of me remember which one's which, but in any event, one of these shouldn't have really seen the light of day because it wasn't actually used as a subscription premium to go out to subscribers. But yeah, anyway, I think it might have been the one with the higher back, but I could stand corrected on that. Okay, last but not least, we have another black spy. So again, these were sent out as a subscription premium, probably if you signed up for 2 years or more. There are many other of these pinbacks, and if I can get my complete collection together, I'll do another video. I don't own them all. There's very few people that own them all, and the reason being is to own the complete collection, you have to have ones that were never released, ones that were only given to mad artists and writers of the time, and you also need to go back to the early 50s in order to get the complete series. If you want to have a look at some of the different variations of that, and all of the other items that I've covered today, certainly have a look at Mad Trash, so madtrash.com. There's also some different Facebook groups as well that you could join to have a chat about that, but definitely look at Mad Trash. Another thing on these pinbacks, if you're wanting to look at really old versions of them, you could also look at heritage auctions, so ha.com, because some of those sold for a ridiculous amount of money, and they're just very hard to find. There are also bootleg ones of those, so be quite careful if you're going to be looking for, not these pinbacks because these are quite common, but some of the rarer ones. Be very careful about what you're actually going to buy. And I know that people have been tripped up recently because there's been some forgeries in the very old stuff. That particularly relates to the other Mad jewelry. So Mad Magazine actually released jewelry to buy, and then very few people bought it. And those things are very collectible, very expensive, and when things are very expensive, people try to create fake copies. So it's very important that you can talk to somebody who either owns an original or knows a lot about them. And the Facebook community is a really good way of doing that. Also, you can post on Mad Trash. Mad Trash has a bunch of different items, including some of this stuff for sale. It's really actually just a collector community to share different items, and you might want to sell something and trade for something else. It's not just all one person. Sorry if this was a bit of a long-winded video, but thanks for sticking with me. As always, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and we'll catch you next time.